Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. This is my very first video, and right now my client was cleaning her face. I'm taking some loose setting powder and putting it over her eyebrows to kind of like mattify it for when I start to dry on her eyebrows. I find that it's easier to do this. Yeah, we just talking right now. So this is the NYX eye pencil. I want to say it's in the color Espresso. And I'm just going to take the end of the spoolie and put all of her hairs back into place. And then take the pencil part and begin to draw on her eyebrows to my liking. I'm taking some Duo lash glue and applying it directly to her eyebrow. This step is to put all of the stubborn hairs in place to lay everything down so it looks like a seamless eyebrow. I think you should try this, girl. You will like it. Okay guys, I'm going to take the Camo concealer from e.l.f. in the shade medium beige and apply that directly under her eyebrow bone with the Morphe M224 brush. As you see, I'm trying to be as precise as possible to make sure that it looks straight. Then I'll drag that concealer down to start beginning to blend it out. Okay, here I'm taking a darker e.l.f. shade concealer and I'm applying it at the beginning of her eyebrow and blending it into the lighter shade. This is to make it look more natural and to give her eyebrow bone a highlight. So yeah. Y'all, when applying the concealer to the brows, you want to be as steady as possible. This part of your makeup is very imperative. If you want to take your time and do this, it's okay. Just take your time, because this step is very important. You want everything to look as precise as possible. Okay, I'm using the M173 brush from Morphe and just blending everything out. So it's like a buffer brush, and it helps to blend everything, make everything seamless. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. So if you're ever doing your eyebrows and you feel that you've made a mistake or the lines are not straight, you can always go back in with a liquid pencil and kind of like go over those lines, and girl, nobody would ever know. Like, it's really a gem. Like, y'all, get onto this. Okay, in this step, I'm taking some loose setting powder from Laura Mercier in the color Translucent Honey. And I'm going over her brows and her eyelid to set everything into place and to kind of lighten up those brows so that they don't look so harsh. Okay, y'all, I'm taking the brown shade from out of the Warrior palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm taking a fluffy brush from Morphe. I'm not sure which brush this is. I will have everything listed in the description box below. But I'm just lightly putting that on her eyelid space, all over her eyelid. This will give her like a soft, natural look. I'm not trying to be too like harsh with it, just more of like a soft look. So yeah. As y'all can see, I keep going in with that same shade to build up the color. I want it to look more brown. So I'm just building up the intensity of the shade by like just layering it over and over again.
Go blah.
30 hertz straight up.
Okay, so here I'm going in with a deeper brown, which is from the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. I just wanted something more darker, so. Here I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Liner, liquid liner in black, and just lining her eyelid. I'm using the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser from Maybelline, New York. Primer to prime her face.
Go blah.
30 hertz straight up.
Okay, I'm taking a flat foundation brush and I'm going in with the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation in the shade Cappuccino number 340. And I'm placing little dots on her face. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to better control the product. I don't want to go straight in, and I don't want the makeup to be cakey. And my client asked for a light beat. She doesn't normally wear makeup, so she doesn't want anything too heavy. So this is so I can better control the product. I'm going in with the Morphe M6 Pro buffer brush. This is to buff out that foundation.
Roll smooth with a bang. 30 hertz straight up.
I'm taking that same e.l.f. concealer shade that I used at the top of her brows and at the beginning of her brows, and I'm just using that to conceal all of her highlighted places, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, under eyes, chin, and I always do a little on the lips.
Roll smooth with a bang. 30 hertz straight up.
Using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, I go in and blend out that concealer. Blend, blend, blend. That's all I can say. Just blend, girl. Blend. By the way, my beauty blender is kind of damp, so I don't just go in with a dry beauty blender, just so you know. While I'm letting that concealer sit under her eyes, I'm taking the Black Radiance foundation stick. I'm not sure the shade, but I'll have it listed in the description box below. And I'm just using that to contour and to sculpt out her face.
30 hertz straight up.
With the Real Techniques brush number 200, I think, and I'm just tapping that product in and blending it out.
Get my shots on the beat. Get my shots on the beat.
30 hertz straight up.
Personally, I like a bright under eye, so I went in with that same shade that we put on her brow bone, that concealer, and I put it in the corners of her eyes just to brighten up under her eyes a little bit more. Then I'm going in with the Juvia's Place bronzer palette, and I think it's in it's in 10, and I'm just taking that darker shade in that duo and lightly brushing that on her contour, give her more like an airbrush effect and to bring warmth back into her face. I'm taking a brush, and it's kind of like tapered, and I'm going back into that Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and I'm setting under her eyes with the brush. I'm also going to set her other highlighted places, such as the bridge of her nose, of course, her chin, and her forehead. Go in with a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just begin to lightly contour her nose with that brown eyeshadow that I use on her eyelid. This is a step where I'm just using some powder to set everything into place, the areas that I didn't set, and then I'll go in with that Real Techniques sponge and just dab out all of the harsh lines so everything looks blended. Next, I'm taking this synthetic brush, it's kind of fluffy, and I'm gonna go in with some MILANI blush and just put that on her cheeks. taking some NYX matte setting spray and just spraying it all over her face. This is to help everything blend together and give her lasting coverage. Here I am highlighting all of the highlighted parts of her face. I'm doing the top of her cheeks, the tip of her nose, down the bridge of her nose, a little bit on her forehead. And I also go on the eyebrow bone to kind of like give that more of a highlighted effect. Okay, here you'll see me taking a brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm using that as a lip liner today. And all I'll do is just outline her lips. Then I'll take this lighter pink color from the NYX collection. I can't think of the shade, but I take that and use a small flat brush and just apply that to the center of her lips and on top of that liner. Then I tell her to put her lips together to kind of like blend it together. Then I'll go on top with a PLouise Lip gloss, and I put that on top of everything or whatever. And then we go in with a store-bought lip gloss. And that's it. And here is the finished results. My client was very pleased. She was very happy. I was very light with all of the products that I use because she, of course, like I said before, does not wear makeup normally. If you like this look, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you next time.